HDFC MNC Fund. In this video, we are going to review this NFO fund in detail to see if this fund will be a great value addition to our investment portfolio or not. Hi, welcome to holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to take the right financial and investment decisions to reach your financial goals faster and smarter. Now let's see what is actually a MNC fund. MNC funds, as the name suggests, invest in multinational companies. These businesses draw considerable revenue from their business operations, which are conducted in the overseas and domestic market. This NFO opens on 17 February 2023 and closes on 3rd March 2023. It has Nifty MNC TRI as its benchmark, and the minimum amount you can use for investment is 100. And there is no entry load fee in this NFO fund, and the fund manager is Mr. Rahul Baijal. The investment objective of this NFO is it aims to achieve long-term capital appreciation by building a high-quality growth-oriented portfolio. The investment strategy it uses to achieve that is it seeks to provide long-term capital appreciation by investing predominantly in equity and equity-related instruments of multinational companies. Now let's look at some of the advantages of investing in this NFO. Since companies tend to have economies of scale, these companies engage in exports to foreign countries, thereby generating good revenue. This can also align with your long-term financial goals. These funds have managed to outperform the majority of funds as they tend to have high-ranking companies in their portfolio. So generally, they perform across market cycles and deliver superior returns. As these companies have an edge over their competitors due to the large geographical presence and a global brand name, they possess strong pricing power over the market. And the potential for capital appreciation in this fund in the long run is high. Now let us look at some of the disadvantages of investing in this particular fund. See, it only invests in a particular set of companies. So, it tends to lose out on variation in the portfolio that comes with a diversified fund. And also, the fund management style for this kind of fund is unknown because it has no previous track. Now, let us look at some of the disadvantages of investing in this particular fund. See, it only invests in a particular set of companies. So, it tends to lose out on variation in the portfolio that comes with a diversified fund. And also, the fund management style for this kind of fund is unknown because it has no previous track record. So, it makes it hard. Huge economic and political risk involved due to the firms involved in this NFO having a huge global presence. As these firms have a global presence, they need to take into account the rules and regulations of different countries and adhere to them. If a particular country is facing political risk like an unstable government or war-like situation, then it can adversely affect the company and thus its performance in the equity market. Same goes with economic risk, like a slowdown in a particular country or trade tensions with peers. It can sway the company's operation and profitability. There is also a chance of stocks getting replicated here. Like if you're already invested in a diversified equity funds, the stocks that are already present in that fund could also be repeated in this MNC fund. So if you have an existing diversified portfolio, then investing separately in an MNC fund is not advisable. As I have mentioned before, it's hard to add variation as MNC companies are limited compared to domestic companies. And also, a small investor usually doesn't invest in these funds often because of the high valuation factor. MNC companies which are part of these funds are valued highly as these firms have a strong geographical presence. Thus, it is seen that investors are still willing to invest in these funds via Systematic Investment Plan (SIP), and also should consider investing in them for longer time horizons, like at least for 3 to 5 years. And also, since the parent companies charge high royalty fees to the subsidiary company, it may affect the company's earnings. However, the sales aggregate is high for such companies. It does not affect the company noticeably, but it still affects them in the shorter run. If you're still wondering if you should invest in this particular NFO or not, it totally depends on who you are as an investor, what kind of risk appetite you have, and what kind of time horizon you have fixed for your financial goals. If you're a conservative investor who's not willing to take much risk, then it's better you choose some existing mutual fund because it will have a track record at least for a minimum of 7 to 10 years. Then you can take a calculated risk based on that, because then it will be easy for you to analyze if that risk is something you could take or it will be suitable to your portfolio or not. Because without proper portfolio and research, investment is risky, and the risk you are taking there is blind risk. So you can avoid this. NFO, as it does not have a proper track record as of now, and we don't know what kind of portfolio it's going to build. And also, if you're an aggressive investor and you're willing to take risk, then you can invest here if you have some spare money in on a trial basis. For experimentation, you can invest here with a minimum investment. Always remember, investing in thematic funds can be risky. It's up to you to invest here or not. But based on your risk appetite, always choose funds which will be appropriate to your financial goals and your risk appetite. If you have any doubts regarding the topic we have discussed in this video, please comment so we can get back to your queries quickly. Also, if you have any doubts regarding mutual funds or any insurance policy in general, then you can always book a complimentary financial consultation with one of our financial planners to discuss about it, and the link is in the description to book your appointment with us. And if you want to gain more knowledge regarding financial investments and personal finance in general, we also regularly conduct live webinars for which also you can register by clicking the link in the description. Also, if you like our content, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.